After the NMDA, or just before NMDA, the Yang data modeling language was published. Yang is an abbreviation for yet another next generation. Actually, if you were to say it more completely, yet another next generation data modeling language. This is because just before Yang was published, the SNMP equivalent, the SMI I mentioned earlier, Structured of Management Information document, or they had a next generation effort that was to improve it. And that effort was stopped, and then Yang was produced. So hence why it's next generation. Yang is a network management domain-specific data modeling language. Okay, what does that mean? It distinguishes between configuration and operational state. This is unlike other data modeling language, such as XML schema definition, JSON object notation schema, abstract syntax notation 1, or the augmented Bacchus Noir form, or other data modeling language. They themselves, they can express the structure of data, but they don't actually have a first-class definition that something is configuration or operational state. Yang defines both syntax and semantics. So it's not just the structure of the data, but it's also the relationships of that data with respect to other pieces of data. And I find that co-locating the data constraints with the data definition is Yang's superpower. As data architects would widely agree, the ability to define these constraints within the data model is extremely helpful. And lastly, Yang has a very rich vocabulary. It can enable the construction of pretty much any data model and with ease. Pictured is a simple tree diagram. In this tree, the tree is primarily composed of configuration and operational state nodes. At the root of the tree, as pictured, is a configuration node. And one thing to note about Yang is that configuration nodes can only have a configuration node as its ancestor. And a configuration node can never be underneath an operational state node. So here you see the blue nodes are underneath the green node. And so all Yang models would be like this. Of course, for a device that had no configuration, the root node would be an operational state node, and the entire tree would then be operational state data. For each of these nodes, there can be actions and notifications hanging off of them. So an action is effectively an RPC, a remote procedure call, and enable you to execute a command, such as reboot or reset on a device. A notification is an alert that can be asynchronously sent from the device to send a message to a system or management system that some event had occurred. Also, there can be global actions and notifications. On the left-hand side, you can see that.